Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to quickly share this stream to some destinations. If you guys could take a moment before we get started and share this feed. So let me go ahead and share it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Real Estate Sales Trainer and Coach podcast, broadcast, longcast, notcast, where I bring you guys daily content, almost freaking hourly content. If you guys are interested in finding out what I'm doing to generate leads on my own muscle, right? Give you guys a wonderful opportunity to build the foundation of a successful real estate career one brick at a time. You see, real estate sales is like when you get your license, the beginning, it is the beginning, it is not the end. Getting your license, everything you've learned, you paid what, 1,500 bucks to get your license? And there's one more thing you need to pay for: knowledge. Knowledge that will take you to a very successful career and a long standing career, not a job, but a career. So if you guys have any inclination to pick up the phone or knock on the door, you're going to stumble upon an individual who is going to guide you down that path, whether you go to YouTube or Facebook or you end up at some seminar or webinar. What's going to happen is that you're going to be forming an opinion of how it works. And once you get one or two sales, you're going to lock yourself into a niche, and it's going to be hard. The habits are going to be, it's weird. Selling real estate is a very strange industry because so many people solicit you and teach you their way that they succeeded. Now, many times these gurus really didn't do what they said they did, and they didn't do what they're teaching you to do because they never really did. Does that make sense? So if I did a seminar on how to lose 100 pounds in 100 days by doing this exercise, and you guys bought my program, but it turns out that I had gastric bypass surgery, and you guys are thinking that this exercise works, you are bringing yourself to your knees. You are going to fail miserably and wonder why it doesn't work. The problem with that is that once this happens, it's hard to break the habit. It's hard to break the pattern. So you go in there and you're like, okay. And if you find a guru or a trainer who tells you this is how you do it this way, and hold on. This is very interesting. This neighborhood right here. What the heck? I'm gonna have to I can either walk across this dirt road. I can go into this dirt road and maybe spit out in another neighborhood. Or not. Never mind. I'm gonna have to get in my car and drive again. I always try to like find a neighborhood that like has maybe 100 houses where I can just sit there and like drill through, right? It's very hard to do that. Oh my gosh, I went. Now what happens is if you turn around and create an opinion on how this works, and then you stumble upon a guru who teaches you how to do this, but then they never did it and they never did the work. What happens is that if you find a guru that says door knocking, and so you're like, yes, I'm interested in door knocking, but they never really did it. But somehow it looks like they did. They're driving around a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, and they've got lots of Instagram followers and lots of YouTube hits. So you're like, this guy clearly has what it takes to teach me how to do this. And you're young and impressionable. And so you're like, and he's got a team and he's got this. And then so you're like, say no more. You had me at Ferrari. And so you go out and you try what he teaches, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And you're like, oh no. This is not good. Why is this not working for me? Must be the market. Or you know what? It doesn't work. You say, oh, it doesn't work. And then you give up. You stop doing it. And you search for something else. And then you stumble on another one and another guru. And then finally you find your niche, right? You find your groove, and that works. Problem is that when you go out hunting for grooves, and the niche or the groove that you find and it actually works once or twice, maybe you've latched onto a sinking ship. Facebook advertising is a sinking ship. Internet advertising is a sinking ship. It doesn't mean that it doesn't work. I'm just saying that the ship, you're going to have to jump from buoy to ship to harbor to dinghy to buoy to harbor to ship to dinghy. You're going to be chasing internet advertising because you know it works. And so you're going to Craigslist to Facebook ads to Instagram to Snapchat stories to book. Do you follow my lead? Hi, I'm James with Century 21. Sorry, I'm James with Century 21. Just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house.
No, we just bought it.
Oh, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
So what happens is so you're constantly chasing the next big move and spending money on things that may or may not work. And to be quite honest, what happens is that if you find something that works, it's almost done. Like you almost have, it's like the cheese moves the second it cooks. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm James with Century 21.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house.
No, I'm not.
All right. Hey, by any chance, are you an original owner? Have you been here?
I'm the second owner, and I've been here about 37 or 8 years.
I'm trying to find out if there was a name for this tract, or if there was like a builder, or if it had some sort of, sometimes they name a development. Is it the same as the one on the other side, Wisteria? Are these the same homes?
Yeah, that tract over there. Yeah, they're the same.
Yeah,
built
yeah.
by the same guy.
Okay, so I heard from one original owner, it was called Pacific, and that there's a bridge on the trail that has the name of the builder on the bridge and his information.
Could be. The bridge is just down the trail that way, just a couple of blocks.
Okay.
But
I'm going to double back and take the trail.
I haven't. They have put up a lot of signs on the trail. There's one at the start of the trail over here.
Uh-huh.
On Eureka.
By the car wash?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there all the time.
Those weren't there for years, and now they're there now. I don't know if they named the bridge or put anything on the bridge.
Well, the guy who told me, he's an original owner on Wisteria, and he said that that's the name of the builder, but he didn't have the original brochures or anything. So I thought I'd ask maybe.
Who was the guy you talked to?
It's on the corner, and they're ripping the place apart right now, down to the studs in the front.
Well, this is the only Wisteria.
Oh, is it? I'm on Wisteria. Never mind.
Yeah.
That neighborhood, as you go in.
Oh, the next tract over.
Yeah, the next tract over. So you pass the yard, the Yorba Linda, and then you go in left before you hit Imperial.
Yeah.
That little stretch.
Yeah, I had a friend that lived right over there.
Yeah, he's on the corner there, and I ran into two originals just now. So.
Well, another original is down here, around the bend, the second house from the end. That's David Goodman.
Okay.
And I believe he was original.
All right.
The only other original was over here on the corner, and he passed away, and they sold the place.
Yeah, the only people who ever have those original documents are the original owners. Otherwise,
I think Goodman,
gone.
I think he's the only one left.
Interesting. But this is, in fact, then the same builder as that other street that I'm describing.
I know, yeah.
Okay.
Because the houses are identical.
And then what about when it loops around like the neighborhood right back here? You think those ones off Casa Loma also?
No, those are different.
Okay, so it's just this little strip
This
and
here,
that little strip.
And this here. And there might be some, the way they built Yorba Linda, instead of being big flat tracks, they built everything on little cul-de-sacs. I think
Yeah,
there's
little
15
pockets.
homes
I've
there,
seen that.
And then over the the same. The guy that I knew that lived over there, he was over there when they were building it. And so he saw a lot of the construction. I believe this one was already built when they were building his.
Oh, okay. That's good.
And so he got to see, and so he was the one that tipped me off that these were very well built and they had a lot of insulation and copper pipes and all
Yeah.
that. The
They
only,
very rarely come up too. A lot of people stay for a long
the
time.
only thing that they didn't do, they didn't have to at that time, it has aluminum wiring, and that's not particularly good,
Interesting. So a lot of people would probably redo that, right?
I don't know. If you treat them right, you don't have to. But if you try to overload them, or if you get a loose plug where it can arc, then you got a problem. You got to change that plug. You just got to stay on top of it.
Interesting. Well, thank you for your time. I'm like a detective trying to find out a lot. I live in town. I live right by St. Martin's, the Catholic Church. So I've amassed quite a collection of those original brochures. And
that's neat.
Yeah, I've been doing this since '93. But one day I had a homeowner who I sold his house, and he handed me the brochures. I'm like, "What is this?" He said, "This is from." I said, "I never thought of collecting them." So now, as I'm out here knocking and walking and talking, I run into an original owner, and every once in a while I get really lucky. And I've had some. I don't ask for to give them to me, just to let me photograph them for archives. And I've got one as old as 1971. But it seems as if the older they are, the less marketing was involved. So they don't do it like they do now with trifold brochures and all that stuff. Back then, it was one ad in the newspaper, maybe. So the older they get, the crummier they're getting. I haven't gotten any in the 60s, but in the 70s for sure.
These places, as soon as they go up, they sell.
Yeah.
Bingo, right away.
Yeah. I grew up out here. I went to El Dorado, and I didn't think I'd been in this cul-de-sac until today, unless it was a showing. I don't remember. Like I said, I've been doing this since '93, but I don't remember physically standing. There must not be enough turnover for me to have a buyer who shows up.
They very seldom turn over.
And I'm at the car wash once a week.
The one over here?
Yeah.
That's a gold mine for that guy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I've got I drive that big Sprinter right there. And that's the only way I can wash that thing is by hand. So I'm there once a week, spend $12.
I can't put mine through the car wash because of the mirrors on it. It's got the old.
Pretty wide. This one's too wide for that.
The mirrors tear up the washing things.
Oh, you're talking about the drive-through ones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, these are the only ones that I can use. Are those little pull-in one right there on Eureka.
Yeah, I remember when we first moved in here, I thought, geez, that's kind of neat. And then I've been watching it, and it's always busy.
Always gone. That's a money landmine.
And I met the guy that owned it. He was a young guy, and he just happened to buy it out of a whim. And I said, boy, you got a gold mine there. And he said, well, it's not quite a gold mine. He says, but it does real well.
A lot of maintenance.
Probably is.
Yeah, I'd say 1 out of every 20 times I'm there, something isn't really working right.
Well, people don't,
a little bit of soap isn't
there. And then I would imagine you have to stock it with the soaps. And
yes, the soaps and the detergents. That's always been my problem. Otherwise, it's, lucky guy.
But it's been there forever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's the only one in town. There's one in Placentia. I know them because I have to know. One off of Orangethorpe by Atwood, one in Placentia off of Yorba Linda and Placentia Avenue, Placentia Boulevard.
Well, they used to be years ago. They were real popular.
Yeah, those do-it-yourselfer ones.
Yeah, they were. I remember. Well, I grew up in the Compton, Southgate, Linwood area.
Oh yeah, out there they're much more popular.
Yeah,
for sure.
they were.
Sure. None around here. Inland Empire, there's quite a few also.
I don't know why people got a hot rod.
Heavy foot. I got a teenage boy who never drives slow enough for me.
When we first moved in here, there was kids in every house.
Oh man.
So everybody just drove real slow because they were either playing down in front of Goodman's or they were playing here on this cul-de-sac where the street light was. But now, since the place is turned over, the kids are all gone, and people just haul ass up and down there. There's a lady down there that really hauls ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? It's their business.
Yeah. Well, I'm James, by the way. What's your name?
Bill.
Bill. Good to meet you, Bill. Well, have a great day.
Yeah.
Thanks for all that information.
Sure,
I'm doing a lot of detective work, so that gave me a little more insight. You take care of yourself. So welcome guys. I don't know how you managed to put a thumb on there. I was looking at my app, so it's a desktop. Can somebody please tell me, how did you manage to give me a thumb up just now? How did you manage to give me a thumb? dog's barking so loud it's rattling. And I can't see anybody either. Nobody said anything in the street. Alright, so today we are out here knocking on the streets, making friends. But what I'm looking for is a lead. It's funny, I think it was Monday. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened. Maybe the law of attraction was playing. But I said, guys, I generate one lead every 30 minutes. Hello, universe. Let's try that again. Right? But it was quite interesting last week, or this Monday. I think it was Monday. Hi, I'm James with Century 21. I was just wondering if you guys were thinking of selling your house.
Oh, I'm just the nanny.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you for your time, though.
Yeah,
have a great
good
day. This last Monday, in 2 hours, I got 7 bona fide listing leads. So it was like almost 20 minutes I was getting somebody. So as I was broadcasting, I turned around and I'm like, hey. And it was like 20 minutes before the sun was setting. And I said, I got one more to get. I got 20 minutes, watch, I'm going to get one more. And then somebody, as I walk up, I said, hi, my name's James. And I was just wondering if you're thinking of selling a house. And he goes, well, have a seat. And they were on their porch. He's like, well, have a seat. I'm like, I did not get a yes. I did not get a no. God damn it. So I sat there and you guys were sitting there in the live stream. And I was like, no, come on. I was trying to get one more lead. And I was sitting there and the guy was having conversation, politics, global economics. I'm just like, oh, no, there's no way I'm going to get it. So I looked down at the stream. I looked down at your guys' comments or whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to torture you anymore. And as soon as I hit stop, the guy goes, it's about 15 minutes of chatter. He goes, well, actually, we're going to be moving to Costa Rica. So yeah, in about, hi, I'm James with Century 21. Just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house. No. All right, well, thank you for your time. You have a great day. Like my 7th lead, and I totally ditched it to kill the feed because it was like, this is stupid, right? I'm not going to give you guys any more value here. There's no more value. 6 leads in 2 hours is good enough. And then boom. And then boom. Allow me to present to you the most effective, most cost-efficient method for generating names and numbers of homeowners who are interested in selling. That's the key word. This is the key word, the operative word, the most important part of your real estate career is how can you spend the least amount of money and get the most out of it? Bang for your buck. Lemon squeeze. How much juice can you get out of each lemon? Well, there's some lemons out there that are drying up. The trees dry up, like I was telling you. Facebook advertising, although Gary Vee, if you listen to him, Gary Vee's like, you should be doing it because it's going to die. It is a sinking ship, or it is a ship that's going to be far too expensive to sail on. It is, to me, it's a sinking ship. Because, I mean, if any of you have ever spent any amount of money on Facebook advertising, if you've been consistent like me, or anybody else in the industry for that matter, you have what's called the law of diminishing returns. And you have also another combination of marketers. Oh, hi, I'm James. Sorry. Sorry, I'm James with Century 21 Real Estate. I was just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house.
No.
All right, that's all. Hey, by any chance, are you an original owner? Have you been here the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Did you by any chance keep those original brochures when you went into the sales office? Or do you remember the name of the builder at all or what they called it?
Don't.
Okay, I've been doing this since '93, but over the last couple of years, I've been collecting those as I meet original owners. And every once in a while, I get lucky where someone has them.
No.
So I'm not looking to get a copy, but to take a photo would make my day. So you didn't even, do you remember the name of the street? Did it have like a name of a builder or
This
nothing?
was just it.
But I heard that this one, and then that neighborhood on the other side of, what is that building? That's weird. I live in Yorba, and I don't think I've ever seen that thing. What is that thing? That big yellow building.
If you drive down, you'll see the building on the left.
What is it? That's interesting. Anyhow, I'll check it out. But the neighborhood just before you hit Imperial Highway on the left is also this builder. And one guy told me the name of the builder was Pacific, and that they have his name on the bridge on the trail. Now you know something.
Interesting.
All right. Well,
You
thank
take care.
you for your time. You have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was neurotic. What is that massive building? I turned around and all of a sudden there's like a 5-story building in the city. That's really weird. As soon as I turned around, I pointed at something, and there's like, this town does not have 5-story buildings anywhere. And I'm supposed to know this town. What on earth is that thing? What could that be? Alcohol Trail. It's like a parking. Oh, really? It's part of it is in front of my car wash that I always go to, but it does not look that big. Oh, you know what? Unless it's elevated, then it would be a 3-story building on top of a hill, which would look like a 5-story building. She probably thought I was a crackhead. I'm just all rambling on. Oy, oy, oy. All right, where do I start? Let's reset. Let's reboot. We have so much to talk about. So many doors, so little time. I was talking about the bang for your buck and what you can do to generate more interest in your services for less time and money. You don't have to get up. I'm James, Century 21. I was just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house. Sorry about that. You look pretty comfortable. I'm James with Century 21 Real Estate. I was just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house.
Oh, no.
All right.
They're going to bury us in the backyard.
We'll take. Are you by any chance an original owner? Have you been here
Yes.
since the beginning?
Yes.
Did you know the name of this little builder development, or was there a name of the tract, or sometimes they have those, but
Yeah, it was Standard Pacific.
Standard Pacific. I'm gonna write that down. Okay, some guy next door said Pacific, or on the other street behind this one. Now, did you by any chance keep the original brochures and sales booklets from when you walked in the sales office?
Well, I don't have those, no.
Okay.
No, but it's Standard Pacific, and sales office was in that other, there's homes just like these up at Joshua, and then over on Casa Loma, there's 2 streets across from the community center.
Right.
The same way, and the sales office was in the far north.
Standard Pacific. You made my day. I've been doing this since 1993, but over the last 4 or 5 years, I've started collecting. I live in town by St. Martin's. So I started collecting the original pamphlets and brochures from the sales office.
Yeah.
I don't expect people to give them to me, but to take a photograph of them, it's amazing how much history there is. I grew up out here. I went to El Dorado, and a lot of people don't know the things that are. Standard Pacific, you made my day.
Yeah, well, like that one over there, across the street,
Uh-huh.
that's a 3-bedroom model, and that was the lowest priced at $47.9 or something like that.
Wow.
And these two, this was the middle model,
Standard Pacific.
and it was $49.9 or something like that. Except there was a lot premium because there's these 3 here, that one next door, this one, and the one next door had lots over 10,000 square feet.
Huh.
The rest of them are like around 8,000 square feet.
So you say Wisteria, right? And then the street past the trail, Joshua. That's the same builder. Okay, I was just there. So, and then you say there's two streets in front of Casa Loma, Heidi and Lorraine?
No,
No?
that's across the street. It would be down south of Imperial.
South of Imperial. So Elmhurst and Ladera?
That's it.
Okay.
Those are two.
Very interesting. So I still might get lucky in finding someone who has those originals. It's hard to find those though.
Yeah, imagine.
But I've got a pretty good collection. Really good. Well, thank you for your time though. And
Sure.
hey, let me give you my card just in case you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, you know what? I did keep them. They're under a bucket in the garage. You would make my day just to take a picture.
Okay.
But thank you for your time. You have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Standard Pacific, and that's what that individual said around the corner was Standard Pacific. So, ladies and gentlemen, why do you do this? Why do you have that conversation? I don't mean to have that conversation, by the way. You guys are watching me going, oh, James, is that your script? Not really. It's a conversation, and it is a conversation starter, but only for the originals or people darn close to being the original. Does that make sense? So if they're not an original, then I just don't bother. Sounds like a big dog. Standard Pacific. Original asked no. So that is short code for me to say I was an original owner. Original asked no. I'm having some pretty good luck today. No luck in getting any leads so far. But you know, it's almost like that day where I got 7 last Monday in like 2 hours. I can't expect more. But I am going to tear off around the corner real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep my bag on my shoulder. Okay. Put it on my shoulder. Okay, maybe I can't drive with it on my shoulder. But let's you gotta travel light, you gotta travel slick, you gotta travel smooth. Okay. So let me see. I'm gonna plug this in here. Give me a second here. I'm gonna plug you in again. For those of you who have been with me all morning, you know what I'm up to. I have to plug in, try to get some juice out of this bad boy. I plug this in, try to get some juice into this bad boy. I also there we go. Please stick around. Don't touch that dial. I am just trying to get a little more juice into my phones so that I don't die while I'm out there. What do we got here? I'm going to go out of this street. I'm going to make a right and a right. Those look like apartments. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to make a right on Casa Loma. And looks like there's 2 streets in here, Woodcrest. And so what I'll do is I'll park on Casa Loma. I'll walk onto Yorba Linda and I'll hit Woodcrest. You know what? Oh my gosh, there's a whole neighborhood I haven't knocked right there. Okay guys, this just went from a, yeah, I just figured out my marathon route. I'm gonna hit these 4 streets, and then I'm gonna jump back across the street and hit those right there. Okay, we're jacked up from the crack up, tore up from the floor up. Let's go hit some more doors. Stay right here because I've got to charge this phone while it's on. Unless I should stop it. You guys want me to stop the feed? Do you believe open houses besides your own are worth it? Yeah, open houses are always worth it if you've got nothing better going on Saturday and Sunday, all day long. All right, let me go around the corner and start. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram, by the way, if you haven't. Okay, I am out on the streets, hitting the doors, door knocking. I've probably gone in about 30, 45 doors. I'm going to be going, seriously, for about another 3 or 4 hours. So if you haven't, if you guys are real estate agents, it's interesting. If you are not real estate agents, then you would be subscribing to a really boring section of my feed. However, if some of you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, whether it's for the vlog or the live feed, I live stream all of my door knocking. And I live stream all of my cold calling. So if you're not interested in the real estate side, then subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just don't set up for alerts because I watch live boring stuff. Otherwise, I strongly recommend that you go to youtube.com/James Festini and subscribe to my YouTube channel for all of my latest vlogs and all of my content. Okay, so let me cool down real quick, crank up the AC. That down. Right here, Casaloma. Casaloma. Yeah. I'm going to walk out on the street to get some of that. Alright. Right here, parking right here. What I'll do is I'll walk out to Yorkshire Boulevard. That's it. Right. All right, rock and roll. All right. Enough lollygagging. Thank you again for sticking around. Thank you. Some of you are like, what am I watching? This is stupid. Seriously, it's not stupid. Let me get my bag. I gotta load up my propaganda. One more round. I've probably already done about 80 doors. But gotta be loaded up. Let's rock and roll. anything I can answer you guys. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask. It usually triggers a rant. All right, let's go. What do you want your first quarter to look like? How do you want your business to look in 2019, regardless of this new marketplace? How do you want this market to treat you next year? Are you investing in yourself? Are you investing in your knowledge? Are you investing in somebody? How much money are you going to spend in this last quarter daily? Where are you going to spend it? You know, it's always funny in the real estate industry that the seminars, there's like a seminar season. And the seminar season is usually like April, May, which I don't quite understand. I think it's maybe because people want to do like vacations and seminars at the same time, like live seminars, you know, the retreats and the summits and the whatever crap. But what are you going to spend your money on? Where are you going to dump the next $500 or $1,000 or $2,000? I'm assuming your real estate business has a budget of no less than $500 a month. I mean, if you're not spending at least $500 a month on your real estate business in some capacity, you're probably not doing much. I mean, my photography for my listings alone are $500, so you can throw that in there and say, okay, yeah, I'm spending on my listings. Okay, well, at least you're spending it somewhere. But I hope that the day you got your real estate license, you didn't think that that was it. I hope you didn't think that that was it for spending, and I hope you didn't think that was the extent of your education. So what are you going to spend your money on? Are you going to go out and, and pay money for one of these real estate coaches? Or are you thinking you're saving money by having YouTube be your real estate coach? Are you thinking all you need is my content, which is highly possible? You just watch me long enough, you'll probably pick up on all my shit. What is your next move? That's what I want. What's your next move? If you're not investing in yourself right now, you're going to find yourself on the short end of the real estate. You're going to find yourself on the short real estate bus. You're going to find yourself at a disadvantage because your competition. Who is your competition? Let's talk about that. Who is your competition in this real estate industry? Is it a real estate agent selling real estate since 1997? Well, can you compete against that? Why would you think that you could? Why would you think that you could compete with someone who's been selling real estate for 20 years and that you're going to come in and beat them? You're crazy. You're dumber than I thought. So maybe that's not what you're thinking. You're thinking that maybe you can buy your way into the top, that you can, well, I've got this really slick Facebook ad. I've got this really slick Zillow ad, TruliaRealtor.com. Is Trulia still around? Hey guys.
How you doing?
Good. I'm James with Century 21. Just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house.
Nope.
All right, well, thank you for your time. Have a great day. What are you going to do the next 60 to 90 days to guarantee that 2018 ends with a bang or a thud? What can you do over the next 60 days to make sure that you succeed in 2019? I'll tell you what you can do. You can go out between now and the end of the year. You can go out and start door knocking. Ah, damn it, James. Not interested. All right. You don't have to. But you can if you want. You know, it doesn't mean you don't have to. But what's crazy is you are going to think that what, you're going to buy an ad slot that's going to get you homeowners who are interested in selling? How? How are you going to turn I didn't see a front door. So what can you do to insure? You see this, what I'm doing right now, this door knocking, is an insurance policy against my team. It's an investment. I'm investing. I'm investing in 2019 right now. Can you make an investment in your future? Yes. You can lay down bricks. I'm with this theory and this philosophy and this belief that every lead you generate is a brick. Every podcast you listen to that gives you benefit is a brick. You guys ever watch Pink Floyd, The Wall? I'm a big fan. If you are the kind of individual who is capable of benefiting from knowledge obtained for free and leveraging it, or are you the kind of person who's in one ear out the other? Self-starting, self-motivating, self-taught. You see, I could have probably been very successful had I known me in 1993, but I would have been too stubborn to bother coaching, right? So are you the same person? Can you succeed where others have failed? Can you also realize that the market is shifting? Can you see that? The market is changing. Can you see that market changing? You know what's not changing? The lead gen game. The ability to obtain, excuse me, I'm James with Century 21. Just wondering if you guys were thinking of selling your house. All right, well, thank you for your time. You have a great day. Can you learn just like you learn how to use Instagram and Snapchat and Google, right? Just like you learn how to use all of these platforms, you can also learn how to door knock and cold call and lead generate. Can you do that? Are you willing to do that? how much are you paying right now to your lead source? How much are you going to spend the next 90 days on your business? What can you expect from those deposits? These are questions you got to start asking yourself now. So this Friday, tomorrow at this time, I'm going to be doing a live stream both on YouTube and a couple of Facebook channels. I'm going to be doing a live stream on the my real estate battle action plan. This is a war. This is a battle. It's you against the world, right? Are you going to improve your lot in life by figuring out the rules of the game? Can you play the game? Can you play the game without cheating? Right? Can you actually do all of this? Is it possible? It's possible. You just have to figure out your style. So I'm going to be showing you guys tomorrow what I'm doing and what I'm going to be doing in 2019.
Hello.
Hi, I'm James with Century 21.
We're not selling.
Thank you for your time.
Okay.
You have a great day.
My mother's 91. We need one level. There's no way we can get what we have here anywhere else.
Nah, I live in Yorba Linda, and this is the destination. It's a great town. You can't beat it, and yeah, most of the people are getting out of town.
I can't walk stairs either, so nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Everything that's going up now is 2 level.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't do 2 level, and neither can Mom.
Are you guys original owners in the neighborhood?
No, we've been here since '76.
Oh, okay. So quite some time though.
Yes.
Seen a lot of changes for sure.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your time though. You have a great day.
You're welcome.
Bye. Oh my gosh, 2019. You want to know my predictions for 20? I'll tell you. Inventory is going to go up. Inventory is going to go up in 2019. That's one of my predictions. Why? Why do you think inventory is going to go up? Because I'm watching, I'm knocking on doors of homeowners who are saying, not right now after the holidays. You know how many leads I've got, indicators I have in walking by foot, door to door, asking if they're thinking of selling, and people say not right now after the new year. Hello,
Hi.
I'm James with Century 21. I was just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house.
Oh, I'm not the owner. They're
Oh,
not here.
well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Okay.
So which one are you going to be, right? Are you going to be the one who sits back and waits for the market? There are 3 kinds of people. Those who make things happen. Those who watch things happen. And those who wonder what happened. I make things happen. I watch things what happen. The one thing I'm not is what happened. Where did we go wrong? Where will you go wrong in the next 60 days? The next 60 days where you will go wrong is you not investing in systems and technologies and knowledge that is necessary to handle the upcoming market. What I mean by that is, do you have are you prepared to take listings at scale? You know, are you prepared to take listings at scale? Meaning that will you be able to handle 10 listings? Oh, hi, I'm James with Century 21. Just wondering if you guys were thinking of selling your house.
No, we rent.
Oh, is this all one here? This house and this house?
Well, that one's a rentable, but nobody's living there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like you
And then
share some.
that one rents too.
Thanks for the heads up. Thanks. Have a good day. Okay, so that's a rental. Renter, save. Renter. So if the inventory does bump up or skyrocket, regardless, you're gonna have a flurry of people who are on the fence that said, "Man, if I could get my property, think about this: the people who were in 2006, missed out, right? They're like, man, if only I could have sold in '06. If it ever gets to that again, I'm out of here. Well, if the market flattens out, people are starting to watch. They're like, huh, it's recovered, right? In most places it's recovered, maybe even a little bit some. A lot of the people who have bought low, just like in 2006, or I'm sorry, in 2012, they bought low, and now they're having an opportunity. They have an opportunity to sell high, right? So how many people bought? Hi, I'm James with Century 21. Just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house.
It's my mom's house, so no, not at this time.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
All right,
You have a
take
great
care.
day. Are you going to see this market through? Are you going to be here in the next 2 to 3 to 5 years? So you invest in yourself, you invest in the systems, you invest in the platforms, and you learn that many people are going to wait till the new year. They're thinking, well, maybe I'll take December to learn. I'm going to take the week of December to learn. When that is a bad idea. Don't take the month of December to learn. Learn immediately. Form your game plan immediately, because in December you need to be stockpiling, storing your nuts, as they say, storing your nuts for the winter. That is one of my main themes. One of my main themes of my coaching and training and my philosophy in real estate is that you got to store your nuts for the winter. And the winter is not November, December. The winter is January, February. And what I mean by nuts is names and numbers of people who are possibly interested in making a move in that time. So, are you doing that? Are you taking advantage? Hello, I'm James with Century 21. Just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house.
Maybe, but not right now, and I have a realtor.
Okay. All right. Is it maybe summertime next year, or?
Yeah, not at the worst time in the whole year to sell your house, like from now to March.
Oh gosh, not at all. I mean, inventory is low, interest rates are low.
I'm
No.
good.
Thank you for your time, though. And you have a great day.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you said you had an agent. Is it someone around here, or?
His name is Sean.
All right. Thank you for your time. You have a great day.
Yeah.
There's one. Half. Says she has an agent and was kind of a bitch. You can put her in there and say it's a lead, but I wouldn't follow up with it. She mentioned the agent by name. So I did generate a lead today, but it's someone who, bitch. And I have this thing where I don't work with assholes and bitches. Just a little, little something, something. I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds to think about it. Just thinking, every once in a while I get into like a mood here Although I think door knocking is better than the time sitting in an open house. I haven't had much traffic lately. Well, that's why when you go to an open house and nobody shows up, that's why you take that time to study and learn and create. Hey there.
Hi.
You live here?
I do.
I'm James, Century 21.
Hi.
Just wondering if you guys are thinking of selling the house.
We are not.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Yeah,
Have a great day. She was cute. I like to tell you guys that I see cute girls. Hey, just because I'm on a diet doesn't mean I can't look at the menu. I'm gonna tell you guys about it called Vero.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm James, Century 21. Just what if you're thinking of selling?
No,
That's it.
people keep calling here and come by here. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
You have a
We
great
don't
day.
have any sale sign, nothing there.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Hmm. She goes, people keep knocking, people keep calling. They are. Hmm. Let's see what we got here. I want to tell you guys about something interesting, and maybe you hear it first here, maybe you don't. Vero. Vero Social. Vero Social Platform. Vero is a true to life, if you guys haven't seen it, it's sharing online, posts in real life, making and choosing which photos get to seen who by who, a photo, a song. So here's what it is, Vero, so that you know. I'll read you the summary so that you guys know, and then you'll know you heard it here first. Fair enough? Vero, if you haven't heard of it, is featured as the best new app in over 100 countries. So if you haven't heard about this, whether it's a photo, a song, a book, a movie recommendation, or a great article, now you can share more, being sure who will and won't see your posts. Stay in full control of what and who hears what about you. Share experiences freely. Branch out and publish your Vero posts to your Facebook and Twitter audiences. So it gives you sharing so that you don't lose the other audiences. Named by Apple Best New Apps in the category, September 2015. So it's been out for a while. Vero. If you haven't heard of Vero, I'm going to be testing it. But I do like to share with you guys things that I learn out there. If you're getting frustrated with like the algorithms of social media and like trying to beat it, you always kind of want to be ahead of the curve. I'm just making sure I have the Vero code logged in here. Real estate agent in Yorba Linda, California, and vlogger on Earth. I'm just fixing my my bio. Hold on. Give me a second here. So, what? Give me a second here. I'm trying to update my Vero profile because it's been a while. But I just heard someone say something about Vero where I'm like, oh shit, I better check out Vero real quick. If people like your posts and you're doing good on Facebook, then you dominate Facebook. I think I'm pretty good on Instagram. I think I've always been a very prolific Snapchat and Instagrammer, and people see, they do. Like, I find that people appreciate my content on all of these platforms, but it's kind of hard to find out what platform works best for you. If so if people are engaging on a platform with you guys and it's working for you, then hustle it, But the Instagram algorithm is it's making the marketplace of the feed and the arbitrage of posting most fake, because now, even if I had 1 million followers, if I'm posting bad content, that content will get rolled out, if and or rejected by someone's algorithm, right? And so we're always trying to fight to get to the top of the feed. And this algorithm change inside of all of these platforms, especially for those who don't post consistent, but they post good content. If you guys are, hold on. Trying to find my. What the hell's going on here? It's taking forever to try to find my marketing pieces. So Vero is a fairly new social media platform that are for people who are kind of bummed that they think that they're creating content, but that they've been, hurt by these algorithms or lack of popularity, or trying to swim upstream in a world where you can't. It's just very hard to get ahead. And if you remember, Facebook and Instagram, they used to do chronological instead of non-chronological. So if you guys are not doing, the right thing with the social media platforms, you don't get punished. Let me, God damn it, where is this? Oh, this thing is, So Facebook and Instagram and Twitter kind of made it difficult for the consumers to see things chronological. Then you're kind of stuck with the algorithm that says this guy's content is good, this guy's content is bad. There it is. So as a creator right now, I create a ton of content. On multiple platforms. And my problem is that my fans don't connect with me very much. Let me see, who do I know who's been doing it? Let's see if this is. I know one of these houses is a real estate agent. I'm just not sure which one. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. All right. All right, let's see if we can get this Vero to post. I'm gonna test it out and see if anybody's in Vero. This is James. Yes, this is James. Yes. Hi. Yes, and how can I help you? I'm hardworking. I can be accused of that. And yeah, I'm a good guy. Yeah, for sure. Regular family guy, hardworking. Good, good. I'm a real estate agent. I've been doing this since 1993. So I help people buy houses, and I also help people sell their properties. So although I play the investment game every once in a while, I'm not as good as other people. So I stick to what I know best, and that is the marketing of homes. hmm I have an office in Yorba Linda and one in Anaheim Hills, and I live here in Yorba Linda. But yeah, the Yorba Linda office, where if I'm not on the go, it is right next to Polly's, across the street from Polly's Pies, right next to your Eureka Pizza, kind of by that new, is it Japanese market? And the Chevron. Yeah, real close. Yes. Oh yeah, well that's where I'm out going. I'm old school, so I go door to door looking for homeowners who are interested in selling their house. So that's probably where you found my information. I've been knocking on the doors all morning, the old-fashioned way. Right, I was just there. Sarah Vista Drive, if you know those little, that little community, it's one little cul-de-sac. But yeah, it's not easy, and it's not worth it. It's a can. You open up a can of worms, and you upset the apple cart trying to play with those guys. Yeah. Yeah, I was in the Army. Yeah, 11 Bravo. Fort Ord, in Fort Ord. So I was up there just before they closed it down. Charlie Company, first and third. No, I was 11 Bravo. I was a grunt. Pretty much what I'm doing now in real estate. the old-fashioned legwork. Of course. Wow. Oh, I left there PFC. I got nothing accomplished. Yes. Yeah. PFC. You're welcome. No, I am. It was a learning experience, but sure. Yeah, it's not It was very neutral. I never saw any action. Thank goodness. Closest I got was LA riots. Yeah, yeah. That was about it. But sure, I got lucky. Sure. Well, so for your place, you're welcome. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing some of those places getting 700, 800,000, depending on what you have. You know, if it's, yeah, they've definitely jumped up in value. Yes, a lot of people. Yes?
Are you looking for something?
No, I'm just on the phone.
Oh, you're just
Yeah.
going up and down our private street?
All right. So anyhow, I was on the phone and I think some lady was trying to get me triggered because she was like, "Can I help you with something?" I'm like, "No, I'm on the phone. How can I help you?" She goes, "Well, you just walking up and down our private street." I'm like, "Oh, is it private? I don't see that." But yeah, it's but it is interesting that. Okay, I'll listen to this episode. But yeah, that lady didn't like me hanging out there talking on the phone. I think she was probably one of those ones who started the do not knock list. Wouldn't be surprised. So the lady comes out and she's like, "Excuse me, sir. Hey, I'm James with Century 21. Just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house."
I don't own this house.
Oh, thank you for your time. Have a great day. So amazingly enough, that was a weird 10 minutes of my life, probably not being broadcast, but there was a lady, I was standing out in the front talking, and the lady says, she goes, "Excuse me." I'm like, how can I help you?" She goes, "Well, are you lost? Are you looking for something?" I go, "No, no." She goes, "So you're just walking up and down our private street?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I'm on the phone. I could already tell she was starting to get triggered and like try to get pissy with me. Right in front of the community center, so I'm sure she might have even been someone who moved here just to be, the neighborhood. I'm gonna put her on the video. Hi,
Yes.
I'm James with Century 21. Just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house.
No.
Well, thank you for your time.
No.
You have a
I'm gonna
wonderful
live
day.
here, they're gonna drag me out.
Hey, are you by any chance an original owner? Have you been here the whole time?
No, I went with the second. It was a year older. Excuse me. There was a contractor that bought it and lived about a year, and we bought it from him.
Okay.
That was 1963.
Oh man, so they probably didn't have like a sales office and a
No.
name of the builder
No,
or
I
anything
just
like that.
he had a sign in the
That was
ground,
it.
and I just talked to him, and we worked a deal out.
But it was the builder of this
Yeah, he
street?
built this house.
Oh, okay, so they're all
Yeah.
custom.
Huh?
Are they all custom houses then?
Yeah, they are.
Ah.
There's no track. Well, I beg your pardon. Well, there's a guy that built that one over there,
Mhm.
then he came across and he built this one next to us. But
Okay.
they're switched, and you would never know that they're the same.
Interesting.
Unless my wife, her dad was a contractor, and she realized that they were the same house.
Huh.
Other than that, it was all individual.
Interesting. I'm
Yeah,
always looking for that
They came and they
history.
bought three. I think the people bought 4 lots here, and so forth and so on, and most of them were contractors at that one time.
So it's
Most
just
of
like
them
one
died off.
custom stuff. Nice
Yeah.
little neighborhood.
Huh?
I live in Yorba Linda, off by St. Martin's, the
Oh,
Catholic
do you?
Church.
Okay.
But it's an interesting little neighborhood.
Yeah, a guy named Taylor's we bought it from, and then he bought that one there, and he sold that. And then he built some units around. But I lost track of him. It's been a long. We've been here 55 years, so
Good.
you lose track.
Good choice in neighborhood for sure.
Huh?
It was a good choice though. Good move.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. We
Good
bought
town.
it for 26.7.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably worth about 7.8. So
Yeah, and that's something.
you never know.
You never know. Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
You have a wonderful day. So I had this lady a couple minutes ago. I got a call. I got an up call from my doors. Like, that's so ridiculous. To where I assume that door knocking, when somebody calls you, it's to get you out. That's how, like, that's how I feel. So it's super rare that you actually have, I mean, ridiculously rare. But this old man goes, hey, I'm looking at this picture and you look like a nice guy. We're thinking about selling our house. I said, yeah. He goes, well, you know what a drill sergeant is? I said, yeah, I know it. Hi, I'm James with Century 21. I was just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house. Thank you. Okay. I think the name of the street is called Rude Avenue. It's pretty interesting. Like, so you're just walking up, and so this lady goes, can I help you? I'm like, I'm on the phone. I knew I could already tell that she was trying to bait me into like an argument where I wasn't going to play that, right? I'm not going to, I comply with the do not knock list. I've got a license, I can go and, I can work this system, so don't give me a hard time. So she goes, well, can I help you with something? I said, yeah. She goes, I'm going to let you go. I think it's because I was in front of her house. She was like, who's this stranger scouting out my house? I'm like, but should I go there right now and engage her in dialogue? Or should I just be like, no, don't even bother? Because I have a feeling. She's like, a private street. It doesn't say no trespassing. It doesn't say, no solicitation. So, so this lady goes, so you're just wandering up and down our private street. This is James. Hi. Oh, you're kidding me. That's awesome. Okay. Okay. Let me address again real quick. And oh gosh, I forgot your address, so I was just there. You're right on it wasn't Wisteria, it was the other one, right? Joshua. Okay, I've knocked so many doors this morning. You got the brown door, right? Okay. Yeah, give me if you don't mind, are you gonna be there the rest of the day? Are you gonna be home for the rest of the day? Oh, okay. I'd say in about an hour. In about an hour, 2:30? About 2:30? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll see you in a bit. All right, bye. Gosh, my phones are ringing from this is so rare. It's crazy. So anyhow, I hope that lady's still out front because she's probably, really concerned. Okay, I just had a guy call me and say, hey, you dropped off this flyer. I'm interested in selling. Maybe come by tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, no, he was just an old guy. He goes, I'm looking at your picture and you look like a nice guy. And he was like, you know what it does? And so we had this conversation. I'm standing on Windy Street, right? I'm on Windy Street, so it's behind that. And so I'm standing there having this conversation with this old man, and this lady walks out, and I'm standing on the street, off to the side, and she goes, can I help you? I'm like, no, no, no. She's like, are you lost? Are you looking for something? I'm like, no, I'm just phone. Like, I'm talking to someone. She goes, so you're just standing here wandering up and down our private street? I'm like, I'm on the phone. So I think it was, she was getting like weirded out by some guy standing in front of her house. So I'm hoping I run into her in a second here. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the weird thing too. It's like, shut up. And then I have another old man from across the street. It doesn't say like no trespassing or go to hell or anything. Hi, I'm 21. I was wondering if you guys were thinking of selling your house. No. I will thank you for your time. You have a great day. All right. I hope that lady's still out in her front yard because I need to apologize and let her know there's no. I'm telling you, my superpowers is converting people from freaking wanting to see me dead to like giving me bread and water. It is the funniest, most interesting method that I have. I just talk to them, I listen, they say what they got to say. This lady is like the neighbor nosy. What? So either she had a terrible experience with a handsome Italian man when she was younger and like she hates all, people who look like me, or she was just freaked out by me standing in front of the house with a satchel, just kind of standing there, and she just watches way too much CNN, right? But gosh, she sounded like a know-it-all arguing with you about marketing, timing, and all. Yeah. Hello, I'm just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house.
Wanna die?
Take your time. Have a wonderful day. And bye. Hello? Yes. No, she's out in front of her yard and I'm trying to catch up to her so I don't piss her off anymore. What's up? Uh-huh. What? Yeah, well, that's lame. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay. Probably not anything I need to hear, but okay, go on. Uh-huh. So is there any chance that he can get it to stop leaking so we can sell it? That's all I wanted. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. Whatever. Well, I have an appointment tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. There's no cosmetic value in the work we're doing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right, right. Okay. God damn. Okay. Okay. Bye. Yeah, you're working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it by being out here in the street and creating content and looking. That's how I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Okay. All right. Sure. Bye. So I don't know if this lady's gonna be outside. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys are probably like, what happened? I had an up call from my flyers. That's what happened. And right around that same time, I had some lady trying to troll me on the street. And then I had another call from some old man who was like, hey, I found your original brochures if you still want them. I'm like, do I want them? I'm like, yeah, I do. That's awesome. Thank you. I'll be there in about half an hour. So I'm going to run over right now to this guy's house and take a photo, which happens to be directly in front of that up call. Now, shit. I'm going to take a picture of that place right now and see what we see. Then I'm going to come right back over here and I'm going to continue my door knocking, or I'm going to telephone prospect. Not sure which one I want to do more. So we'll see in a little bit.